The Atlanta Falcons travel to the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, to face their division rival Panthers on Sunday. Atlanta a 1-point favorite on BETDAQ, 46.5 the total here. Both these teams have been tremendously disappointing this season. The Panthers, though, playing a little bit worse at the moment. Carolina has totally come unraveled. They were embarrassed on Monday night by the Philadelphia Eagles. And heading into this week, I mean, what's there to like about the Panthers? You're tempted to say, after being embarrassed like that, they're going to show some professional pride and put forth a good performance against an Atlanta team that has been bad, especially on defense. The Falcons 31st, next to last in yards allowed. So there's not many teams worse than the Falcons on defense. But you look at this Panthers offense, where's it going to come from? Again, you're tempted to say, well, they're going to come back and respond with a good performance here. But after what we've seen from that offensive line, and the cavalry's not coming. I mean, reinforcements are not coming on the offensive line. Cam Newton has looked terrible. He's now publicly admitting that he's hurt but not injured apparently, so he will be playing. Obviously, he's not surrounded by much at the wide receiver position. Rookie Kelvin Benjamin, the best that Newton has to work with. So I just don't like anything about the Carolina offense. And look, I've been waiting on the Carolina defense to improve all season. As a matter of fact, I thought last week the Panthers a good-looking bet as a 6.5-point dog against the Eagles because I thought their defense was going to put up a fight against Mark Sanchez. It was Sanchez's first start in a couple of years, and I was wrong, way wrong. And look, the Carolina defense, especially in the secondary, again, similar to the offensive line, there's just no answers. The help is not coming. The Panthers 25th in the league in total defense, 29th in points allowed. And Atlanta hasn't been able to do much this season. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Falcons not a good team, but they can pass the football. 7th in the NFL in pass yards per game, 8th in total offense. Matt Ryan averaging over 270 yards per game through the air. And when he's been given time, which hasn't been too often because Atlanta does struggle on the offensive line, but when Ryan has been given time, he has been able to get the job done. This guy is one of the top 8 to 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. So, to me, that gives the Falcons a clear advantage here. And even though I'm hesitant to fully jump on Atlanta, I'm not sure if I'm going to make them one of my best bets because they've lost me so much money this season. I've been in on the Falcons 3 or 4 times and believe I've only won on them once. They're a tempting team. They draw you in because, again, there's some window dressing there, some flashy things. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Steven Jackson in the backfield, they can put up some points. But as I've said a few times about this Falcons team, they are rotten to the core. Not a good offensive line, a terrible defense. But Carolina also a team that's rotten to the core, also a terrible offensive line, also brutal defensively, and they don't have Matt Ryan and one of the NFL's best receiving corps. So, look, both these teams still have a lot to play for because the NFC South is so bad. Both these teams, shockingly, still in the mix for a playoff berth. So, this a big, big game. I do think Atlanta, though, the better team, and I expect them to pull out the win. Atlanta -1, my recommendation here.